Testing 1, 2, 3, and of course my voice is cooked straight away. Hello. Hello, it is me. Your Jardons. Crazy that. Right. Words, proverbs, creepy ghast. It's not very nice. They should do something spooky when it's October with the happy ghast. Make them sad. Make the ghast depressed. Make the ghast depressed again. I need something to relate to. Hopefully my microphone is working. Let me listen back to myself on my phone for a second. Well, that sounds like I'm functioning. That's function. Fruition. But yes, hello. I will get to chat and things in a minute. But yes. Is the stream working? That is a question. I believe it is. I have a long-term world chat. But I am poor. I know. Crazy that. I'm so poor. So poor. And that is the premise of the stream. That's enough sad music. So today, the first thing I want to do is get materials for an iron golem farm, which is a great start because my one from Bedrock is long broken. But yes, let's be respectful and look at chat. Hello, I am the Jardon. Dasha says yay. I think she's happy that I'm poor. That, I'll tolerate that. Jardon says howdy. Okay, thank you, past me. Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Let's go, Botrix. You got it. I thought my tab crashed when you started, lol, and blah blah blah. Is the stream working? Hello, Cancer. Hello, Dasha, and most importantly, hello, Botrix. Who I need to get rid of. But yes, let's start by getting some blocks. We'll probably just get stacks if I'm being honest, and we're not going to be building the farm on stream itself, just because I will have to look at a tutorial. But we'll get the materials. Then we'll be farming other things. Yeah. But very groovy. Hello. This is a Jardon stream. You get what you get, And let's get into it. Yeah. That may be too loud. Let me know. We got the depressing music to start off with. I feel like that's too loud. Let me turn down desktop a bit. Okay. Right, for building blocks, let's use blackstone or deep slate bricks. I apologize. How dare I get it wrong, chat? That's a crime. 40 walls? Was it exactly 40 walls? No. In terms of placeholder blocks, we'll use stone bricks. Yeah, we'll take a sec of that. Okay, chat. This is where you're gonna learn. I have the memory attention of less than a fish. Torches, signs, fence gates, trapdoors. Okay. You just gotta repeat that after me. Torches, fence gates, trapdoors, signs. Right, which wood? I feel like dark oak is the way to go. Wood will be relevant in this stream, and I'll explain why later. Torches, fence gates, blah 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 blah. I need to see the amount anyway. We need 14 signs, 14 fence gates, and 14 trapdoors. Okay. We'll have to make some. I only want 14. And what was it? Trapdoors. Surely I have a few stacks in here. Not even. But enough. So one of the things I do want to replenish is I want to fill all 4 double chests of each wood type over the next few streams. And that is an ambitious task. So every wood, no matter how annoying they are, I want to fill. Because I want to get a decent amount of saplings, wood, leaves. It is going to be a fucking grind, but it will be worth it for the long term of this world. Don't fall in that hole. For now, let's grab some of this dark oak. Waste some on a crafting table, because why not? I don't even want to look at the amount of crafting tables I've just crafted on Java if I look at statistics. It's not going to be a good look for me. Okay, and that should get us enough signs? No, we need... Yeah. Awesome. But how you doing, chat? Welcome back. This time we probably won't die. Last stream was a little bit eventful. I did die. Crazy, and we don't want to do that because that'll reset all my stasis chambers. I did look into a mod that stops that from happening, but we just won't die. We're just gonna get good. That was an alternative title for the stream, was just get good. 7 hoppers, 6 beds, 2 chests, a lot of ice, soul sand, slab. Okay. Grinding for wood in Minecraft Part 23. Oh, absolutely. It'll be a whole... the next 3 years. Knowing me. Okay. Well, we can probably resolve 2 of these things just from the box here. Yeah. Awesome. And bed box. You better have 6. Where's my bed box? Yeah, absolutely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll chuck all that shit in. We still need to get torches, but that's not a major concern. Well, I can do the same thing as I did here. We're just gonna make a mess of shulkers. Yeah, we'll go copper torches. Beautiful. Okay, and put these away. I should replenish the bed box, but honestly, I'm not that concerned, chat. There's plenty of beds to go around. Okay, what else do we need? Chests, a load of ice, soul sand, and a slab. Well, we can get a slab here. We can get the chests from the container box. The main things we need are the soul sand. Literally the soul sand, because everything else is in that ender chest, practically. Well, I will say there is not 6 villages in the ender chest, if you'll believe that. I promise I haven't shoved them in there. You know, I'm not Tyler Kowalskis. I'm not going to start abusing villages out of nowhere. There'll be a reason. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not that bothered. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it literally does. Yeah, anyways. What was it? Now I'm distracted. Ice. Ice. That's what we need. Ice. That's pretty pathetic, mate. 4 ice. We've got water buckets, which is what I originally wanted from the cooking recipe for an iron farm. That's what it feels like. These tutorials feel like they are just cooking recipes, but for Minecraft. That's not a crazy revelation. It's just like, yeah, it's a tutorial. A lot of tutorials are cooking recipes. Crazy correlation there. Okay, soul sand. I should genuinely carry around a stack of like soul sand with me. Just for like water bubble shit. Soul sand is surprisingly useful these days. That is soul soil. We want the sand. Ba ba ba. Right. That's practically it. The main thing we need to do today is get the villagers in a zombie. Which won't be that hard with the combination of happy ghast, boats, and the brothel. So we'll grab some bread as well. But yes, bread. Where is bread? There is bread. Let's play a song. Take on me. No, that's not what it's called. None of those songs work, lol. I still haven't fixed that, really? Okay. We'll go dancing. We always played that. Ba 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 ba. It is 8:41 AM. And you are watching Hello, my name is Jardon Jardins. Crazy. Okay. It's time to not be poor, Ghast. I should check I have leads. There are no shulkers in here. I still haven't replaced them. Ain't a multiplayer world. Fuck them. Oh, I've recently added a fishing dock by the spawn house, which is quite nice. We've got this little area over here. But yeah. It is laggy. But we have built this... I have built this nice area, and Stasha has also built her beautiful dock there too. To be fair, she did give like critique and suggestions for this as well. But yeah, this was a grindy little build, but I love it. Dude. And we got plenty of saddles, name tags, nautilus shells, and fish. Chat, let's get fucking high on the pufferfish. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh yeah, welcome back to Jardon. Whoa, I'm in the wall. Oh fuck. Okay. Just dies in midair. Oh, this is a bumpy flight. Fucking hell. Speaking of happy gas, where is Gregory the Creep? He's over here somewhere, I believe. No, I'm dying in real life. Sometimes Judd decides to ignore chat. Oh, the poison. Stop eating. This is painful. Where is Gregory? This is a crazy high, chat. Gregory? Where is he? Oh, he might be by the, like, tiniest island. I think, actually. Because we know some things over there. I believe? Okay, chat, I'm done with my drugs for the stream, I promise. I won't do it again. I overdosed. Wasn't good. Yeah, there he is. Gregory! No! Fuck you, Gregory. We could have been friends. But instead you were a nonce. Okay, we can vibe up here with... Oh yeah, the pig that replaced good old Magicus the cow. Who hopefully we'll be able to get back. Maybe one day. Okay, Gregory. Come here, you little slut. No, no, I shouldn't say that. Okay. Let us fly. Gregory is not what I just said. Gregory is a lovely guy. And Jardon Jones is getting bad at keeping appropriate mouth of word on stream. I don't know. I say worse than worse things every stream, and I'm sure you guys love it, but I don't think YouTube does. Okay, now for the slowest flight possible. We haven't even bred the villagers yet, but we'll get him over. Okay, Gregory. Wonder if swiftness, like a swiftness splash potion, would make him faster. Let's lock in Gregory. We should get him a swiftness potion, see if that does anything. Like, this is so painful. I could get a lead and like fly him with me, but I also kind of enjoy the slight bobbing view into Carrington. Right, Gregory. I had a feeling you were going to suggest that, Dasha. But we're enjoying the journey. Carrington, my forever unfinished town. I was writing in my notebook yesterday that I have for this world, and it was just like, there's still so much to do in fucking Carrington. Even years later, it's just such a long-term project. Actually, I can get the book and see what I... Especially as I'm developing areas specifically for villages. Carrington, of course, is for farmer villages. Main town in the province of Central Staria, as in the continent. Interiors and texturing still need done, especially like a town hall, a pub. I'm sure a cancer will appreciate a pub. Underground catacombs and brothel, more farms, signage, lighting, and small touches. Yeah. So, it's in a good state, it just could do with more work. Let me turn the music off. Shut up, music. You'll notice texturing on some of these buildings, like I've done here. I want to continue that, and I want to make sure the interiors are done. And themed buildings. Like, the town hall is so empty, and this is meant to be a pub, but it is tiny. It is kind of got, like, that classic pub shape, but then it is pathetic. It's just a pathetic pub. Carrington can have a pathetic pub. And the people live upstairs. But yeah. These don't need to all be houses, essentially. And then there are, like, the towers with water in them, which I want to replace. The main thing we have to worry about, though, is the secret brothel. So let's go there. As you do. Which will be episode 4, but... Okay, cool. We have 2 villages. Honestly, we could take them to the area we want to go to and just breed them. Yeah, let's let them out and guide them to... Actually, no, get a lead. No PPs in Silvae. Right, transportation box. Where is it? I had a strange feeling I wouldn't have leads. Luckily, we don't need slime balls, so we can just kill a spider quickly. So we'll bring them out of here. We'll breed them at the location I want the iron farm. Which I think is genuinely the KCA lair. I don't know, that might not work out for me. It doesn't... probably in Cuntington, actually. That is the farming district. Yeah. I've designated the spawn area as the Cloud District, because I find that very funny. Sorry, Naveem or Nazim. I found the Cloud District. That is a lot of spiders. We'll go for these ones. My god. I just need two of your string. Not 5, my god. Awesome, we can make some leads. Any cool mobs out here? No. Losers. Is it just like 2, or is it? It must be 3 then. Well, oh, lucky we got the string then. I was underestimating the amount we need. Oh, hello, Creakings. I love you guys. Not really. They love me, though. They're always watching. Xavier, your shrine is not doing anything against the Creakings. No offense. Exactly, Rodney. Exactly. Right, let's get these villagers out of here. I should sleep. That would be wise. Hmm. Yeah, it's like saddles being craftable. Except, of course, I'm offended by that with my saddle collection. That is the one thing I'm rich in, chat, is saddles. Yeah. Oh, hello. This is the brothel owner, I believe, at this point. He just chills up here. He's too big to get out the door. He did spawn in there, though. Okay. I think it'll genuinely be easier to destroy some of the tunnel to get the villagers out. Or we could use the water. Nah, we'll commit to the bit and use what's already there. And it'll make entertaining, enraging content for you, because I'm going to have to recapture them when I take them here. Like, I'll drag them to here, block them off, make them go up there, then we'll have to capture them again, and it'll be very amusing for me. Dasha, that message just gives me the vibe of, like, oh, don't worry, your saddle collection is still huge. It's okay. It's okay, man. Right, let's go this way. Okay, are we gonna get stuck in the corner? Are we seriously? That's maybe, what? You know, 2021 Jardon would not survive today. That's all I'm saying. I could use a water bucket actually, and I don't think that would break anything. No, let's use a water bucket. See, we sometimes have a brain. That is huge. Okay. All right, off you go, love. Not until a wall. Okay, my brain maybe isn't huge. Okay, go. My phone is buzzing at me. That is just good times with Scar streaming. It's alright, Chad. I won't ditch you for Scar. And now we just need to leave them down here. Okay, you two are gonna be lovers. I hope you know that fact. You only need to make 4 children. That's all. That's not a crazy demand, you know. It could be significantly worse for you. Right, let's push you along a bit more. Into here. Oh. Okay, that was a bit too close for comfort. Okay, now we're going to use these. Crazed. Okay. And I'm going to push you guys. Let's be smart about this. Okay. Oh, you good lad. Good lad. You go join him. He's smart. He's not dying, right? No, he's chilling in the water. Then we can capture them again. You, use your brain. Okay. I'm gonna flush you out of here. Oh yes, it's genius. And then I just have to capture them with the boat again. Okay, that's one. Where did your friend go? Friend? Oh, he's over there. We don't want to capture Andrew because Andrew's a little bitch. Right. Go. That is Andrew. No, Andrew. You've decided to live your life as a farmer. That's cute. Let's put you in here though. Okay, cool. That's not a guy from the store, is it? No. To be fair, the villager that we lost was yeah, no. But that's not Andrew. Okay, we just have multiple. This guy can join Andrew in freedom, I guess. Well, they were just in a brothel, you know. Maybe they'll listen. Okay, I need to go Gregory. Oh, you're gonna love this job. Oh, fuck. Um, Gregory loves brothels, I think. Hmm. Right, Gregory. Let's fucking get these villages. Um, yes, Gregory. You like to moan. Okay, I shouldn't say that near the Carrington brothel. Um, I was considering, because these are the Carrington Peaks, I could have the brothel also be the Carrington Peaks, if you get my drift. Okay. No, Gregory! Ah, I need a snowball, chat. Gregory, why don't you love me? I should carry snow with me. That's on me. I'll get a snowball, chat. I'll be wise. Okay. Oh, fuck you, Gregory. You piece of shit. I mean that with love. As much as one can love Gregory. Up the mountain we fucking go. Apparently not. Let's try that again. Still not great. We'll try from the other side. It's much harder on this side as well. Nope. Chat, I'm fumbling bad today. Oh no, look away. Add /TP. There we go. Nope, not really. Wow, the mountain got a waterfall. Okay. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Look at me actually using snowballs. Absolutely. The worst thing is the waterfall's not even half bad as a design idea. Okay, there we go. Now that was epic. Gregory. Yeah, he loves them. He loves my balls. Gregory. Come here. I've literally got the thing you love. There we go. Okay, sorry, chat. I really need to add more fades. Gregory. Okay. Mission success, chat. Well, we're not quite there yet. I'm not decided where the iron farm should go. Hmm. Where are we thinking, chat? Should we take it to Cuntington and expand Cuntington? There's not much space left for Cuntington, which is fine because it's meant to be kind of like a... It's meant to be a poorer district, ironically, and a lot more colourful, but it doesn't look like that. That's where I'm going to keep all my shepherds, because they sell all, like, you know, the walls and, like, dyes and stuff. So shepherds will, like, inhabit this. Obviously, the moss farm doesn't work. That farm works, the literal wool farm. Bamboo farm works, but the exterior has not been worked on in, like, 8 months. We have the cloud district over there, and I kind of want to make more of a bush for that kind of fancy area. I was thinking of making it, the lava tower should be... Oh, that's a good idea, but that's hard to pull off. I should check that I'm not dipping them in the lava by any means. No, this is dangerous. That is a cool idea, but that is dangerous as fuck as well. But also really funny. I guess we could build a platform above it and have iron go through. I don't know. That's a good shout. Could also use the inn. I think I class that as part of Cuntington. This entire area over here actually needs some love. Hmm. Honestly, this ruins as well. Uh, it would be fitting because the original iron farm is actually under here. So I'm going to do it over here. Yeah. And we'll make a ruined structure. The iron farm doesn't actually take up much space, the design. It's a shulker craft tutorial. So we'll do it on top. Hmm. Are they hitting the trees? Okay, yeah, I thought they would be. Let me look. Okay. We'll land them in here. I think this will keep them mostly trapped. I will make sure it does. Snowballs. So Gregory doesn't leave us. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I love you, Gregory. Well, I really don't, but I mean, I do. No, I do. No, no, please. That's just a joke. Come back. Oh, where have I goddamn shears? Gregory. Gregory. That is not acceptable behavior. I know I was a piece of shit. That doesn't mean you have to be one. The sheer audacity of this gut. It's frickin' gas. Come back. Bring my villagers over here. Not in the fucking tree. Come on. You're meant to make this job easier, not harder. And I know I take some blame for not having the shears out. This is a dangerous area to leave the villagers, but we'll be fine. I think I'll set up a stasis chamber will be the main thing, surely. This isn't too far. It should surely work. Yeah, I believe it would work with the stasis chamber, surely. Right, it doesn't need players to activate because iron golems come from villages and like zombies. Regardless, we'll figure it out. Okay, sup gang. Did I leave the shulker of important stuff in the end? That would be funny if I did. I think I did, chat. Or I left it in... No, I got the water bucket. Chat, where did I leave my shulker with all my shit? Do you remember? Like, with all the stuff I got for the, goddamn, iron farm. Oh, no. We'll have to search for that in the morning. I'm just a silly guy. Okay, you guys need to chill here. We need to build you a safety box inside the ruins. You probably got like a crazy efficient one. I was looking into... I think I left it in Carrington. I think just with having one that can stasis chamber, this will work out better for me in the long term, rather than a very fancy one. In my opinion, as a professional Minecrafter, obviously. Okay. I think they'll be chill here. Gregory, can you watch over them? Like, that's the one thing you're good at in life, is being a creep. They'll be chill. Trust, chat. Gregory will keep them safe. Yeah. It's like, I originally considered doing my moss farm again in here. I don't think I would have had the space with the design I chose, honestly. I presume the shulker box is just like lying around one of these streets. Maybe down in the brothel? Okay. Oh, yeah, we got the stone blocks out. I remember now. Awesome. And we can just use these beds temporarily to breed them. I do want to get some building blocks just to block them in. Which I should be able to... I don't need to go to the end for that. I could just mine some. Or I could use wood. I don't want to waste the wood, though. You know what would be funny? And that's probably running out of space. Oh, yeah, it is. Let's trap them in a red wool box. We've got shares. That way it's very obvious where the fuck they are. Oh, fucking villages. Right. I'll build you a little love box. I'm not even bothered about wasting wool at this point. Like, it's not like I have thousands upon thousands of it, but it's just like, yeah, we got a good farm. We might clean that up in the stream too. Like, the title is vague for a reason. And I will get rich in some ways on this stream, but not in many others. And I don't plan to go for ages, as I've got things to do before workers. But yeah. Last night, I got home very late from my job, and I very much wanted to build the Iron Golem farm, but to the point at like 12 a.m. I woke up and I was like, must build Iron Golem farm. I was like, no, go to sleep. That is a ridiculous priority to have. Yeah. It's just I get very short spurts of energy when it comes to anything farm related, so I try to take advantage of them. Don't worry, we will light up this area. It is a confined area. The villagers should be able to jump up in here, the baby ones. That's why I made it slightly tall. Yeah. Okay, I'm not familiar with Ethos in the chest. I'm sorry, I don't really watch the guy. I just like having mine sorted, and I have a few specific empty boxes called junk boxes that generally work for me. And half the time my sorted boxes are empty, so that also works out. It's nice because I basically have I have a mini storage system on me at all times, which is so useful. We'll put the wall in there. Might as well. Cool. Our main task after breeding these guys will be to get. I gave them way too much bread. They don't need that much. That's okay. We may be poor, but we can afford it. Okay, you two find true love. Okay. I'm just like all the other creators trying to copy Etho, even though I've not watched him at all. That's not true. I have watched some Etho, but not any, like, of his indiges. To be fair, it's not a crazy idea to have specific shulkers for things. The shulker system. I think it was Mumbo, actually, who very much, in last Hermitcraft season, who finally sorted his indiges, and I was like, I've been meaning to do the same thing for years. And it works. I like the rainbow. Well, it's not quite a rainbow, but I like the colors. It's nice and organized. I would consider doing them all different colors if there was more than 16. Because what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. It works the way it does. You have a color set. And originally they were kind of more themed, like the toolbox white ones are, but then they're all just like random shit. They're not like categorized as best as they could be. But I slowly learned the placement. Okay, let's turn those back to snow. Right, we want a zombie. And the best thing we can do is set up an area for him above. Let's set up a railway. Let's be smart about it. You know what? I always go fuck doing the railways, and then I always regret it. So let's get some of that. Where's my transportation box? And we should also get more of the red wool out. And we'll set up a spot up here for him. Yeah, and it'll be chill. Cool. We're gonna get a zombie. Let's build him a quick home. He doesn't need much space. Especially as we don't have to cure it yet. We don't want to, ideally we don't want to get them up here until they've bred, because I think it'll stop them. True, I could get a drowned actually. And drowned don't burn, so that would be smarter. Yeah, let's get it drowned. There's surely one down there. Then it's just funky fresh as well. Okay, let's get these shulkers out of the way. He doesn't need... The zombie doesn't need to jump. Whatever creature it may be. This is certainly a setup, chat. There we go. There. We're just making a fun roller coaster for the zombies in my world, and I think that's very lovely of me. What about if I do under... Why is that not letting me place that? Is that a carpet? Oh, it is. Okay. Let's set this up first. This is such a mess. I'm pretty sure drown don't burn. I could be completely wrong about that. Do drown burn? I'm Googling that. It just comes up with like drown burn victims. Do a drowned burn? Oh, no, they do. Okay, I'm wrong. Well, it's raining anyway, so that'd be chill. If I hurry the fuck up. Let's, This is certainly something. I almost need to fill her up. Yeah. That'll still be a fair bit of a mess to clean up, but that's the joy of this. I don't know what joy you're finding from this, but, I put it at the wrong fucking spot regardless. God damn it. I need to stare up to it. Just stare up to it, mate. Come on. Get your shit together. Yeah, who knows? Not me. Not you. It's you, Harry. Did you put your name in the goblet of drowned? I think you did. Naughty, naughty. Right. Oh my god, this is so beautiful, chat. I'm an artist for sure. Jesus. What the fuck is this? Respectfully, Jardon Johns. What the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, I should have grabbed redstone blocks, which luckily, hell yeah, we can do. And that should be the max, right? Okay. This lucky zombie, look at the privilege this fuck is getting. I don't think I treat guests in my world this nice. But this goddamn zombie's like, yeah, bruv. Give me the best treatment. Build me an entire roller coaster, why don't you? And apparently Jardon Jones is like, yeah, sure. Why not, mate? Cool. And ideally we want to just build a little thing that they can walk across. And there we can push them on. Yeah, that should be more than sufficient. Right. Zombies drowned. Where are you? I could have just got a boat and did the same thing with the Happy Ghast, and that might have been genuinely easier. Oh well. Live and learn. A husk will more than do. You won't even burn. Like, don't shoot my husk friend. This is Husky too. Come on, Husky. You're gonna love it here. Okay, we just need to time it so I push this into him. Okay. And Husky. Yeah. Look at that. Aren't we just aren't we just fucking stupid? Same thing. Right. I was so confused. I'm like, this is an end biome. Why does it go to stone? That never happens. It does when it's okay. Yes. Don't you know this is a single player world, laddie? Unless you're a creature who already lives here. I guess that makes sense in some sort of twisted way. Don't you know? Right, I should check that it got up there before I start removing this. Yeah. It would be hard for this to go wrong. We need to trap this before it scares the villagers. Okay, and it won't despawn. Those two are sleeping in one another. That's okay. Hopefully they keep breeding, otherwise we'll have to move the zombie. We'll figure it out. I'm considering sleeping, but I'm also like, nah. Nah, we're chilling. We're chill. We'll get the shears out. Clean this up. These aren't my Instamine ones, but they're solid. They've only got, what, efficiency 3, yeah. I like them husky. Husky chunky. Okay. Maybe wool will muffle the sound of the husk and we'll be chill. And this was a genius using wool. Isn't that how it's meant to work? With like the whole, you know, that works with the warden. So surely by that game logic, the villagers shouldn't know that there's a husk above them because the sound is definitely deafened. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think my logic is true. It would probably try spawn an iron golem, which is the function of it. Don't get me wrong. That is very much what we want. Oh, hello, Husk. Fighting you with shears. How about a pickaxe? Yep. Oh! Well, luckily we don't have fire sprays on. My god. Fuck off. Thank you. We'll collect the wool. We won't be wasteful. But, hey, it's okay if we don't get all of it. Which feels so weird, because wool is a, you know, somewhat precious resource. Okay. Well, we certainly got the fucking cinematic backdrop today. Redstone blocks, on the other hand, those do need to be collected, because, as I've said in the title and the stream several times, I am poor. Right. Ouch. Okay. And I'll try to find that gap of the moss carpet. There it is. Awesome. Okay, hello, Husky. I'll go sleep with the villagers. That sounds wrong, but I'm gonna go... No, sorry. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course I can't. I'm like, yeah, I'll make that work. The villagers can sleep. Right. I do wonder if it stops them from breeding. Let's put these redstone components away, because we don't need them. And transportation box, we'll put most of the rails. Yeah, that's pretty good. Boom, boom, and boom. And we'll go sleep at our house. You know, we will be a little civilized. Shall we sleep at Toy Cat's house? Might as well. I don't ever visit it. I think genuinely one of the last people who visited this build was literally fucking Toy Cat himself. In a round review like a year or two ago. Which is fitting that of course he went here. Frickin' Toy Cat. Okay. It's a beautiful day by you two. Worst comes to worst, and they stop breeding, we'll get the husk into a boat. Why am I not F4ing? That is an option. Ah, they seem to be quite happy. Now, we don't want to... Okay, that one's telling the child off. Don't look at the child, just breed. We need more villagers, goddammit. Alternatively, we can capture more full-on ones from the village. That might be a bit harder. That guy's just nodding at his child. Okay, you two, get to work. You've got work to do. Oh, there is... Wow, that one fucking popped out of nowhere. How is that even possible? You two aren't even... You know? I don't know how villager genetics work. I guess that one's just appropriated the culture. Okay, they're busy with their fucking children. Let's see if we can we might as well go capture some more villages. Mm, it was a sacrifice that was needed. It was, what, back there somewhere? We do have that jungle tree over there. I guess we can do some work around here, because I think they'll keep breeding. I gave them more than enough bread. And they have sufficient beds. I think there's just a cooldown, right? Especially if these two grow up. I think they will breed with their, I won't say the words, but you know. I don't think the villagers don't care for, cysts of any kind. They just do what they have to do, I suppose. Right. I have been meaning to get rid of this bee farm for quite a while, because it's just kind of a mess. I know Dasha will not approve, so I probably won't do that on stream. Yeah. They will procreate. Isn't it? That's such a floppy azalea tree. It's quite sad. But in terms of the area of Cuntington, it's definitely this end island I need to connect. This is like the entrance area. It's going to be a lot more sprawling than Carrington is. And this, like, the Toy Cat area as well. These islands here. But there'll be a divide. Almost this river kind of sits as a divide, actually, yeah. If I bring the river around more through here, I should connect it to the Carrington River, to be fair. Yeah, I should. And that way, that will block off, that'll separate these areas, respectively. And also be more interesting. There'll be a lot more blue. That'll be hard to pull off with the lava moat, but I think we can do it. If we bring that through here, bend around. Yeah, let's mark it out. We're going to be careful of the roads and stuff. That way we have the cloud district over here, which would be funny if it is fully separated by water. I might do that. I might bring the river through to there, but also cut off this entire area. Thoughts, chat? And thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Just the river districts almost. It's like the Riverlands from A Song of Ice and Fire, but much poorer. Actually, I don't think the Riverlands are too rich, so biblically accurate, sure. This grass is gross. I just like the idea of like little bridges and things everywhere. It's just challenging, and just more water is always nice. Okay, you guys, we're gonna leave, and we're gonna mark out these rivers. Yeah, the Cloud District is a reference to Skyrim, of course. I believe. Let me see if I can find the I think it's Naveen. It's like the Cloud District. Skyrim. Yeah. Here we go.
To the Cloud District very often. Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. I'll have you know that there's no
I don't think that's his line, person who edited this.
To the Cloud district very often? Oh.
Yes. Those are some good shouts as well, Darshan. Yeah. I don't get. Well, you have a house in the Cloud District, ironically. uh, it was just in my notebook. I was naming like long-term projects. I'm like, Spawn Town is kind of just air. I wanted an actual name, and I'm like, Cloud District is quite funny to me, so I'll take that. Okay. Oh hell yeah, we're exposing the gross desert again. Oh. Ow! Ow! No, 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 no. Oh, well, I guess he started the river. We're so close to the ravine. Jen, do not forget about this. Well, I guess they really want to go to the Cloud District. Fucking hell, creepers. I fumbled badly. That's okay. We all have our moments, chat. And I have moments for sure. I'm sorry to Jake's beautiful flower forest. But he gets a backyard river, which I think is accurate to Jake. Okay, we need junk shulker. I do want to thicken this though. It needs to be evident. We will probably have to chop down some of these trees. But that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Well, of course, actually, the entire function of this is to turn things into bone meal. So let's do that. There we go. This is gonna be such a beautiful river with like the flowers like lining it. What a way to mine. Oh, absolutely. It's creeper time. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up a creeper farm and make it mine mangrove wood for me instead of TNT jupers. I am joking, but that's not the worst idea in the world. Especially as I would never want to use like infinite like TNT like duping. We do want to have some bend to the river. We'll have to thicken it, of course. I like that it kind of like gathers there. Obviously, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a geography man. I don't know the way rivers flow and work. I know there are different types. I've watched enough of It's a fantasy world. But the great thing about fantasy worlds is when things like rivers make fucking sense. So I'm sorry to any river experts. But yeah, I'll have to dig out this river soon in some future streams. That is true, actually. That is annoying of them. I guess that's a... Is that why they haven't? I feel like if it goes into here, that kind of makes sense this way, yeah. Kind of just flows. Obviously, we'll dig it down to the same level. And that's fun, because that also separates this main area of Cuntington off from... Yeah. Which is the plan. The river itself will probably wise to go from the river there. We will have to destroy some things. But that's okay. I'm not really getting rich here, chat. I'm just making more mess for future me. Yeah. Right. But let's have some music. This feels fitting. I want it to be a bit of a chunky river. Hell yeah. I don't want it to be too diagonal. There we go. Okay, remove some of that. The rivers are certainly eroding the land. I think it's fun if we have one of those little islands in a river, if I do it like that. That might be too tiny. No, that'll be funny. Yeah, we'll do that. This poor sad... I'll make a bench on here eventually. Just a sad little cherry tree in the river. Okay. We'll mine some of this a bit more. That would be sick. I love it when people make, like, rivers and, like, custom things like that. Okay, let's open up the bay quite a bit. We'll make it a bit more lakey here. We can have some fun, like, spirals and things. It doesn't all need to be one straight river. I think that is one of the things missing from the original. Like, yeah, that's a bit more of a lake shape there. It just adds, it's going to add so much to the world. It just adds to the color, and the contrast of it all, which I love, personally. Yeah. You guys absolutely should. I would be interested to see what people do. I definitely want to work on making my kind of stuff a bit more fantastical. But yeah. Lake Jakey, basically, yeah. Oh, goodness. Right. This moss farm was so good. I had hooked up redstone so the overflow would be turned into like bone meal at the time, and I was so proud of that. It was not hard by any means, Chad. Even for a Jardon, but it was still like, whoa, is that some redstone? Redstone with Jardons? Crazy. That's not a series. That might be called plagiarism. Alright, let's thicken it at the mouth here. This is fun though. We're gonna have to, and we'll have to dig out for more sand and stuff. Which, as much as I have way too much sand, I think it is wise to have way too much sand. Yeah. Respectfully. You're rude. That is quite rude. I'm not even dealing with you. I'm putting this away. Okay. Okay, buddy. I definitely do want to get better at doing redstone, not even as like a joke. It is like a whole other side of Minecraft that I really have not versed myself in as much as I should have. So I definitely want to be challenging myself with projects that require a lot more mechanics. But I have so much to do that doesn't require redstone yet, so I'm quite content. Also not doing it straight off the gun. What does the shape feel like? Because we don't want the tree to feel like too impeding. No, I think that's funny. I think it'll add a little bit of flair. This is way too diagonal. We need to fix that. And the way we'll do that is by adding... Oh, look at the moss despawn. Is that already been 5 minutes? Oh well. We have a really good moss farm. We do not need to worry about the moss. Just want to expand it in areas. Even that should help, like, significant. That is way too square. It'll help though, Chaz. Trust. It genuinely will though. Of course, this will all be dug down to below the water. This side needs work as well. And it just very thickens around here. Which kind of matches that, actually. That's okay. I might do a bend through... Yeah, I think it's a fun area to have a few little islands in the lake. Okay. We're gonna be careful here. This one won't be too thick. Especially as it's right by the fucking lava. But that... I just like that. It's a little bit of whimsy, chat. We love a little bit of whimsy. Yeah, we have these islands in the room, which does happen, to be fair. Well, at least it does in Silvae. I just like the idea. We want these boating. Yeah. And we can have like a little statue on this. Maybe that's where I put the Dasher statue. I don't think there's enough space, to be fair. That would be way too of a prominent spot for a statue in this world. No offense. Right. I like that. Uh, the trees are blocking that off. That's fine. And we do need to. I think we'll go from this point here across. It would make sense if that connected as well, but I'm not as worried. I would rather just separate this. Yeah, damn, the river is cutting into the plains in a great way. It just makes this feel so much less flat. It is a lot more districty, this area now, like where things are quite cut off with paths and stuff. But I like the vibe. Um, uh, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd agree with that statement, but I don't really understand what you're trying to say. Like, I'm just fitting things in a limited area? I don't know. I very much try work in the same area. Like, I think just having, like, a mixture of, like, terrain and, like, builds cohesive, structured is nice. Goddamn, my world has come farther. And, like, since 2021, my gosh. Especially. Okay, let's sleep in Dash's house as the closest. Heal. Next year, I really do want to make more map arts, especially for the lore. It's also Minecraft is such a grindy game though. So many hours just to do things. It is worth it to me personally, but yeah. Just the big walls that separate the old chunks and Java train. Oh, that idea. I suppose if I ever do that, yeah. I just it's like this main area of the world. I don't know. I'll be honest, chat. I kind of just improvise and see where the fuck things go and hope for the best. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's check on the villages. Oh no, okay. I do need to fix that, but I do not want to ruin the sign. Oh, I don't think I can fix it without ruining the sign. No! That's funny. That is funny, though. We'll leave it. Let's see if they've been... I doubt they've been fucking, because we've not been in range. Oh, no, they had... Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need one more. Okay, there's some... No, don't breed with the... Okay. Right, let's pull some stuff away. My inventory is a fucking mess. Look at this. Okay, Christ. Jardon, where did you put your ender chest? Why are you like this? Is it down here? This is why I stream, so chat can tell me where my things are, because I lose them. Oh, there they are. Okay, music, shut up. You're too loud. You're too loud, man. Right, that away, that away, that away. Microphone is cutting out? That's rude of it. Don't do that, microphone. I think I just have to sternly tell it, don't do it. And it'll chill. Hopefully it fixes. Because I don't know what I can... when it comes to, like, technical issues like that, I'm like, well, there is, like, literally nothing I can do. Unfortunately. Which is pretty lame. I won't deny. I should listen to the stream myself and see if it's a... Mute. I need to pick up that shulker before it despawns. That would be a horrendous one to lose. I would rage. Okay, Mutus Bootus. Okay, cool. A voice chat icon. Hey, why am I even in a... I guess it's just voice chat's always there, no matter what you do. Now it's gone. But I've toggled on mini HUD. God damn it. Well, I guess it's good to have this to know when I'm speaking. If you... Well, I guess you could hear me, but you know, a visual indication is always useful. Okay. Oh, we need to get that frickin' hoe back. We're gonna dig out the other river and probably mine some of the road. I need to rename this shulker. Not shulker. This tool has not aged well. Uh, the original Betty's Knockers reference is great, but the person who got fixated on that, not so much. Yep. Okay. Let's see in Cheatycam where. I guess it would make sense to go past the hill almost. Yeah, fuck it, we'll dig, see what happens. It doesn't really make sense, because it shouldn't be, this river shouldn't come through. Okay. Is that not usual for you, Dasha? um, I guess GG. Everyone wants a heart from IBX Toycat. I think maybe starting from here where it's flat, actually. We might just get rid of the roads in the Cloud District. I think that would be funny. I don't know. That's some fucking Jardon logic if I've ever heard of it. It might be funny. Okay, we need to not... We're gonna be careful of Dasha's dock. Because that's where we'll be almost... if we do it from the end here, we're in a fix shit. Okay. Thought, no, not really. I was gonna say, you probably get that all the time, Dasha. I feel like that's more of a punishment for you. Right, we will make this river a bit more interesting. You just gotta do like the first line sometimes. Okay. Ba ba ba. There's still so much more of them. I think there'll just be a bridge here, to be honest. Ah, guys, we should see Larry. He's a cunt. Don't feed him. Yeah, he makes a lot of noise. That's a very straight river at the moment, which we don't want. This is Minecraft after all. Can't be having that. It's fine if it is a thinner river. It should bend a bit more though. Through there, yeah. Because obviously a river isn't gonna go through a fucking hill. Generally. We'll do it like this actually. That makes more sense. And we might have to build more bridges and roads and stuff. I am not getting out the frickin'... I should just use a block that doesn't take durability. I'm not getting out the shovel. I can't be bothered, chat. Right. This river is pretty pathetic in shape, this particular aspect. That's okay. Might be worth getting rid of some of these trees as well. How are we feeling about that shape, chat? You can't even really see it. But that needs to be thicker. But it is fun that it cuts off this area. That just gets way too square there. Let me see what I can do. Even if we just make it a bit more bulgy. On different... I guess they're more streams than rivers in terms of size. Some of them are definitely more river-like. I'm trying to make them thicker. This is certainly a lot better. I will cut off the road here. And probably here. I'll connect it. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We can have like road ruins as well that are just completely like broken. Maybe, I don't know. I like the having the infrastructure of the roads, of course, as well. I'm getting too close. No, I'm not getting too close. It's just... Gotta be careful because there's gotta be a logical reason that I canonically built the fishing dock over there and not like here. So far, that seems fine. This tree can go. Potentially, yeah. We could have like a sunken road. That is still quite straight. Which will counter by making like a lake. Yeah. But it gets the idea across. I was so like finally like, yes, I've gotten rid of all the ugly like sand with these rivers. This is necessary though. Like it is just a good idea. You know, you're gonna commit to the bit. And we're gonna have to chop down some trees. It's almost like certainly here. I'm making big lake. So much materials wasted. Not really. Can you tell that I like a bit of water in my life, chat? Just a bit. I'd love a lake, actually. I've always wanted like a lake house in this world, so this kind of works. You know, when you can't bring the house to the lake, just make a fucking lake. That's definitely how it works. Oh, goodness. Yeah, why the mega projects never stop coming, chat. I'm just making this a giant lake now. Why am I like this? Oh, it will clear up the area nicely and will add variety. Of course, you love filling water. Don't worry, I'll make sure you're there when I fill some of it. Okay, let's laugh and let's set up. Hello, Larry. I can hear you. Larry's so precious to me. He's a counter. The two can be true. I won't be going for much longer. I just heads up. Stop shitting at Xavier. I'm so sorry, Xavier. It's not like you're here to hear it anyway. He's probably at his job. How dare he do that? We'll put these in the rock box for now. Okay. I like the idea that there's just this tiny bit here. Okay. And we'll expand it. Oh, wow, we've already got some water. That's great. And we'll bring it back around through here. Yeah. The problem is you don't want to overwhelm yourself with like ideas, which I am close to doing with projects like these, because I've already got so much shit going on in this world. Like practically, Jardon should write this down as an idea, but I'm very much like, when I get like inspiration for something, I will do it or start it, which is not logical or practical, because then you just leads to a world filled with 400 like unfinished projects. But that's also kind of the charm, isn't it? Um, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna be mining out a lot more sandstone and shit. That's okay. Um, yeah. It feels weird getting rid of this road, honestly. But we have to for the sake of the lake. Um, yeah, no, we'll remove it completely for the sake of the lake, chat. We'll keep this road going through to Carrington. It's just this area. It's nice because this area is a lot more wild and like uninhabited. I would like that. It separates. Okay. Uh, I'm sorry, Dasha, but it must be done. Goodbye, road. You served us well. Rest in peace, 2023 to 2025. I think this road was built in, yeah, 2023 or 2024. Probably 24. This section of the road. Um. Oh no, I have that too. Um, it goes in hand with that, Dasha. That's the joy of it. So it's even worse in a way. Mm. It's it's like impulsiveness going against like everything else. Um, not the historical road. Jardon. Ah, right. Don't worry, you can complain to the other Nixians about me, and I'm sure they'll give me a good beating. Xavier will be like, oh, Jade, don't be start fucking historical builds. And Jake will be like, ah, how's Bruno? Right, fuck off. None of that, you silly Nixians. Hmm. We've actually got a lot more done in this stream than I thought we would. Not in terms of riches, but in terms of like setting things up. This was the setup part of the book. But yeah, we'll make this all moss, and I think that will help. Having this be a bit more wild, it makes this area, yeah. I think this is almost like, not a park, but like, should be left alone for now. That's a big chunk of road to remove. We've just got that bit there and that bit there. Honestly, we've done like a third of it already. So it's not that crazy. Maybe I've not done a good job of communicating of what the extent I'm getting to. Essentially, I'm cutting it off here. This bend will still exist. Yeah. Boom, there we go. We can make that a bit less bendy. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna remove this chunk. I'll probably remove the rest of this road and then call it stream or end in 7 minutes. Let's see. Let's see how much progress I can make in 7 minutes, chat. How much do you think? Let's... Da, 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 da. Not very much. Okay, that's probably enough of that. Let's go to... Even if this music can be heard, it is quite quiet at the moment. We might be able to pull it off, actually. That was like another third of it. Let's do this. Da, 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 da. I believe it'll be 12 a.m. for you, Dasha. In 6 minutes. If I'm remembering correctly, I could be very much wrong. I enjoy things when they're barely audible. Of course you do. Right. I'm being called. I'll pause for a second. Okay, chat, I'm back. We're all good. We've got 4 minutes now to get rid of this, which we should certainly do. Yeah, chat, sorry I had to call you about historical rows. I'm sure, which is funny because you are chat, so you're talking to yourself. Right. Okay, we might even be able to get some of the moss done. We can probably get some, like, leeway of 2 minutes for the 2 minutes I was on a business phone call. Yeah, we'll call it business. Dasha shouting at me is absolute business. Right. Okay. We just need to refill this with moss. Actually, we don't really need to. This will be destroyed, this area. When bestie calls you chat. Oh, absolutely. When bestie sends you a package, but it only refers to you as chat. It's like, hi chat. Here's a message. I think if I send you a letter, I will refer to you as chat, which you'll hate. So I'm a good guy like that. Right. Da 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 fuck. That area is fine as it'll be a lake. Mm. Mm-hmm. No, I'm covering up the pathway that was here. There was a pathway, and I'm just getting rid of it because there's going to be a massive fuck-off lake here. That's the professional Minecraft term, a massive fuck-off lake. Mm. We just got rid of a road, which Dasha loves that I did that fact. I think it's a lot nicer view here without the road, honestly. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, chat. I've got 1 minute. Can I pull it off? Can I get it to the end? We do have some... We can go overtime, of course. It's not like at 10 AM I'm going to shrivel up and die. I am hungry, though. And I've got shit to sort, unfortunately. I might stream within the next 2 days because I'm not at my place of obligation. And if I do, it'll be either collecting lots of wood, working on the rivers, or, you know, this is Jardons. Half the time, we don't know what we're doing here. I really should be working on episode 3, which I am very happy with the intro part, which I recently re-recorded. It's quite goofy. It's not like anything crazy, it's just my tone is amusing to me in it. It's so confusing, the episode, because I've re-recorded stuff from like 2 months ago, and there's just like bits where like I've kept like some of the historical footage there, where it's like accurate. Chat, I'm yapping so I can get away with placing the last moss. Yeah, Dasha, you inflicted this curse for me. Yeah, I'm kind of actually tempted to like mark out the lake still, so I'm sorry. We'll get an extra like 5 to 10 minutes of me here. The curse didn't break, unfortunately. I'm hoping if I make the lake shape, the curse will break. Yeah, okay. We need a song. Not I'm sorry. Okay, let's schlaf. We'll mark out the lake. Maybe chop the trees. We're gonna have to get... the thing I'm upset about most, actually, is getting rid of this. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. I want to rebuild that. Right. Ba-ba-ba. Doo-doo-doo. I should take a screenshot of this to send to Xavier Silvae. There we go. Since, you know, he can't witness this in person. That's what good friends do, right? Okay, we want the light to be huge. We don't want to fuck the cave entrance over there, though. Oh. That's shit wording on my part. I'm sorry, chat. This is gonna... We're gonna need a beacon over here to dig out this lake. We can have a lakeside cave, though. That's chill. We just need to leave a little space for it. Is that big enough? Like, that area there? It is quite an oblong lake. Yeah, I guess so. We might make it more big around there. Okay. Let's get rid of this moss. That'll give us a true indicator. And of course I'm ruining the lighting here, but I find that funny. And it'll give Savoy reason to shout at me about not lighting my world. Let's battle the fucking moss. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm so glad this area is mainly dirt, because that'll be so much easier to deal with than digging sand. This pond is now just the start of a lake. I do want to make it a bit wider on this side. We might expand the... Yeah, let's expand this. The fishing pond should be a lot bigger. It should be part of the lake. Thank you. The ambition has gotten to my head. I've decided the lake is going to be huge. Chat, I think I may have gone a bit cray-cray. But it makes sense. Oh, fuck yeah, chat. We're gonna have a massive lake here. I love it. I'm tempted to even make it bigger still, but we can't get too ambitious. Well, we can. Yeah. This is just gonna improve the world marginally. And clearing this area of cherry trees will actually add some diversity. Okay, let's get another. That could be cool. Well, essentially, in a way, we already have the island surrounded by a river. I guess it's not an island if it's surrounded by a river, but, you know. Essentially, yeah, actually. We might have the river go downstream there as well. We're essentially building the Riverlands. So I really like that I'm doing this though. Like, it just adds such a nice variation to the world. With like the moss plains. Like, this has been a crazy terraformation project over the last like 5 years of like turning the entire desert into fucking moss, and now adding fucking a lake and rivers and like an entire like woodlands. Like, my world is like unrecognizable like to what it was. Like, genuinely, because it doesn't look like the same world. There are only a few things, and I love that fact. Because I've transformed my world so, like, crazily. And I get a lot of satisfaction out of, like, doing things like this. It's a good project as well, because it's not a thinky project. Like, I like doing those, like, the details with builds and stuff, and, like, terraforming, you do have to... It's useful. I need to focus on what I'm saying before I read chat. I've lost what I was saying. Oh well. It's not chat's fault. I just get fixated. I did add a lot of things to my world. I did indeed. And like people have done much crazier stuff. I've just transformed a lot of it. And I'm very happy about that. And there's many more. Oh, absolutely. I'm not offended by that in the slightest. I agree. I so agree. 2021, if you watch that first episode, or even just during like 2021, it was during the years of 2022, really 2024, where this world actually like changed. It's when I built Carrington, because I literally had like Mirage City at most for the longest time. Um, yeah. I'm happy with like how like extensive like this is finally actually becoming like a proper forever world, you know? Like there's actually like projects everywhere. Um yeah. Repair box. Mm. I always cringe watching the round reviews because there is just so little. Also Toy Cat always just goes to the same spots. uh, uh, nice. I really want to get better at just actively building things. It's just even like something like this took hours, which is crazy. I'm not destroying Mirage City. I have a list about note. So in my notebook yesterday, I was establishing what I want to do long term with certain areas in the world. I haven't finished the list because there are so many areas. Mirage City is going to be the home to Mason villages because my role is I'm having villager types inhabit different like areas. Um, the isolated city beyond the evergreen plains is what I've described it as. Buildings need to be retextured and given some love. So essentially, I plan to slightly retexture them, give some interior, maybe like include some banners and things like that. The buildings themselves will stay the same shape. All the buildings will serve as bulk storage. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, it's not that much of an exciting list. I just plan, if we go over there now, we've got time. If I don't hit a fucking tree. There is some starts of bulk storage, not really of texturing. So yeah, but it'll be the Mason City. Because we'll have farmers here, shepherds here, uh, masons, and then librarians, and then clerics at the tower. Obviously, there is still a shit ton more villager types. I want to have a place for them all. It's just my way of not doing a villager hall, but kind of doing a lot of villager halls, technically. I find it, it's just like these places have like very specific craftsmen, which doesn't make much sense because you'd have variety for an actual town to function. But in a simplistic way, it is kind of nice. I believe I've shown Dasha this, or if I did it last stream, I can't remember. Essentially, we have bulk cobblestone storage here. So all my excess cobblestone that doesn't fit in the fucking end can go here, and villagers can go in these slots, which is what they were originally designed for years ago. And the same with this. This is all end stone. This is crazy amount of end stone here. We won't even look. But I will texture these slightly. I will make this another, like, furnish this house for me, because you can never have enough property. And like these will eventually be bulk storage. I'm trying not to alter the names, but some of these are so bad. Like Cursed House. What a name. I remember in the original round review, Toy Cat. Or the second one, I don't know, it was like, oh my god, spooky. I was like, yeah, that's a fair response. We should check on the villages after I've marked up the lake. We are definitely going to get fixated on the industrial side of the craft as well, because we need those fucking resources so I can keep doing crazy projects. I think one of the reasons for the longest time, me playing Minecraft, is that, like, limited me was I refused to do any farms. Edgy art, that's so true. It's not even a good edgy name, you know? There was no whimsy. Um, What was I trying to say? Hmm. I didn't play the game, like, I refused to play, I refused to do certain things, like build farms, or, I don't know, do, like, conventional shit. I was such, like, a contrarian, like, thanks to Toy Cat. Obviously, that I can't blame that fully on Toy Cat, but I will. It was very much a Toy Cat mentality, which Toy Cat has, of course, altered on as well, but for the longest time, I was like, no, I'm not putting an iron farm, that's cheating, I'm not putting a gun farm. Well, it wasn't cheating, it's just like, that's way too exploitative. And the problem was I had seen like a very like bad side of like exploiting the game of like, you know, essentially hacking. Like but I've evolved over the time to be like, you know what, I need these farms because I build. I want to be builder. And we need those materials, guys. We need those fucking materials. I will place some torches around here. I don't want to be swamped by mobs. Um Poor Betty has taken a beating, and not from me. Well, I guess technically from me. I'm the one using her. I'm not asked building an iron farm. Fair enough. Um, it depends on your needs in a world. A lot more of the beneficial farms are like just block ones. Um, yeah. I think I built one in Legacy and like a creative world just to see what the hype was about, which was fun because I did that like fully myself. Which wasn't hard. That was in the era of doors. Remember when Doors fucking summoned villagers? What a time. It's so crazy. Ah, yeah, in a way. Unfortunately. Mm. But the industrialization of Silvae does need to happen. Mm. Damn. Nice. I have used all my iron practically on hoppers. Um, because my in storage system was very inefficient in terms of I didn't do water streams. I just used bulk amounts of hoppers because at the time I was on Bedrock and I didn't trust Bedrock to. And also just chunks like reloading and unloading items and like water streams was my concern. Um, yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba. For a big fuck off lake. Water. Hmm. I've also just been hoarding ores at this point. I actually have like shit tons of like iron ore and coal ore and stuff and diamond, but I won't mine it at this point. I don't think because there's just other ways, and I'd rather keep the ore for builds. Hmm. I think that is true for a lot of Minecrafters, especially since like 1.17. At least in my case, that's when I've noticed a lot more people being like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna fortune that." Um, Especially in terms of like you want to flex. I don't know if it's really a flex, but if you want to flex with like the iron you've actually like mined, keep the iron ore. Same with gold. Same with any of it. They're interesting blocks to use, and especially like people with older worlds, of course, have access to things like deep slate emeralds, normal diamond ore a lot easier. Mm. Oh, awesome. Flex that thing, right? Lake. Okay. Jesus Christ, Dasha. I think I have like 3. We can check actually. I might have more than that. It's just so weird I'm seeing the copper armor. Mm. Crazy that they actually made that a thing. Okay, let's get Adorable Hoe out. But we will schlaf. Also, when it comes to December, I need to do the map art update. Not map art update, the map wall. If we go down here, we'll see what I've been doing. I did this last year, and this will be a crazy change with the rivers. Yeah. This is 2024, and it is locked. I just haven't placed a sign. Yeah, it is locked. I was gonna say I'm safe to do that. So this was shown Bedrock, hence the maps will look different to the Java ones. Yeah, no, I imagine. See, that was back when we had the big fuck off wall in the next year map. That's cool to track. I do need to fix this sign. We got any dye? Well, let's make it pink for now. 2016 to 2023, yeah. So this is the original map. Of course, this kind of stuff will change, but we will be doing the same thing as this, practically, which is fun. And even, like, there are things here, like builds that existed then, but, like, the trees will expand. Obviously, the mountains will be a lot more evident here, even. Yeah. The rivers will be the main change, though, I imagine, for this year. And, like, this will fill in. Because if we go upstairs to the more modern map, where it is updated, that is a fucking heap of moss, yeah. You can see what was in Java and what was Bedrock. I feel like these ones have got that Java glow now. I think it's just because of the glow item frames. But you can see this area, the grass and like the map around. There will be significant changes just because it'll be a full-on Java map as well. I believe this one is a rotula. Yeah, it's a rotula. But I will have to update that, which is always a bit of a grind, but it'll be worth it in years to come. Imagine we've just got like a whole haul of like 10 years of like map. That would be sick, I think. I'm really glad I started this project last year. I think Xavier said he might do it. I don't know if he ever did. Um, it's just a fun idea. And over time, it'll get better. Hmm. That would be a flex. Watch Jake come along and fortunate. He's like, oh, emeralds. He would not do that. And yes. Right. What's the song we haven't heard today? Where's the 90s? I like that song a lot. There we go. Damn. That's a flex from 2021. That's fair. The lag, they can be quite laggy, especially on Bedrock editions. There's always been map issues. Well, I've had map issues lead to corruption. Damn, we went 20 minutes over what I originally was going to finish. That's okay. We've still got a fair bit to do. Well, I've actually genuinely got time, so it's fine. I was just trying to be, like, responsible. Why am I mining with my sword? Hmm. Hmm. I think it's just fun showing how the world is updated. Especially now that I've got rid of that fucking ugly wall that I used to have. Hmm. I have backups as well, like on Bedrock. I don't know if Bedrock is working, so I won't dare load it. But like significantly like older versions. To be fair, there's an older version, Haria, that I've used for the Let's Play. which is not that crazy. This is from a few months ago, when I was first starting on Java. It's my earliest backup of Silvae. Um, Even this area has changed like quite dramatically. Well, not maybe not dramatically. I wonder if I have the market stalls here yet. That's weird without the trees. This feels so tiny. Oh, the mountains are puny. Look at them. And no market stall. Oh, and the cactus farm. That's crazy what can change in like a few months. But this is... Ah, and this is a bee farm. Yeah, but let's go back to... Okay. And these, of course, are all the hermit crop worlds. My microphone fell. Sorry about that. Silvae. I don't think we'll get rid of the cherry trees. Well, I will eventually, but like... Okay, where am I going with this? I need to mine there? Yeah. Crazy. Let me go back to... I'm getting distracted now. Let's do a let's. Actually, I don't know if you want that on stream, to be fair. I won't do that. I'll play Silvae. Da, da, da. Damn, that is lagging, chat. Sorry. Okay, save world. Minecraft. Minecraft. Okay. Oh my fucking god, I should not have reloaded. That is struggling. Let me try reload that. Nope. Nope. I think this might be the end of the stream due to lag. I might have to relaunch the game. My god, it is lagging. We'll reload it. Let me load the fucking launcher game. Thank you. We're gonna load it. Damn, the stream delay is crazy. You guys are like 2 minutes behind. Reload Minecraft as this happens. So crazy, Pastasha. I am. Whoa. It's one of the Java things that occasionally happens where if you just play for too long, it's just like, I need a break, man. And it's like, okay. God, I come here and just get black stream. It should fix itself now. That is because my game was not working. It's actually no, it's because Diggin showed up. I was like, fuck it, turn off the visuals. Diggin doesn't need to see shit. Right, back to digging out the lake chat. If this doesn't lag to death. Okay. It still is a bit laggy, but we'll cope. And there you go, Moss. My render distance is so low at the moment. I think my laptop is just like committing death. Well. Right. I need more space. Fireworks box. Right. Essentially, chat, I'm ripping up the roots of my world. So no homeworld. We can go to homeworld once I've mined the fucking lake. Homeworld for context is literally Dasha's world. So she is narcissistically asking me to visit her world. No. Not you guys. I didn't invite you to the stream. Get out of here, man. Can't you see I've got a construction site going on? And were they going to help me dig out this area for a lake? Probably not. Probably not. They're just fucking rude. We don't need all the moss, chat. We've got a good moss farm. I will collect it just for... It is useful to have regardless. Just a surplus. I've got a... I do need to set up a bone meal farm. Which, essentially, I need to... Which I might use the moss building for. Which would be quite funny. It can never hurt to have a million farms. You were practically there. And then that's when the lag started happening. Oh, we've got a little bit to mine. I've got to mine these trees or burn them down. I don't have fire tech on, actually. That's rough. Okay. My god, chat. I have given myself another fucking chunk of a project. This lake is gonna be a bitch. A bitch. Okay, we're getting the last bit of moss. And yes, we'll go to Homeworld. And be very nice. We can talk about Dash's builds and be like, whoa, why don't I have this in my world? The vibey fishing area is not feeling very vibey at the moment with like the dirt exposed. We will fix that when we expand this area into a lake. Who is messaging me? Okay, good. My phone is being like very active today. The lake will open up new sightlines. Okay, let's look at the area we've done today. The only concern I have with the lake is this chunk here, is this shape. I might want to cut it a bit there, but I don't want to remove the dock here, because it's quite funny. Because otherwise I would probably chop off that piece. It's okay, we'll make it work. These trees will go. This will be lake. This river needs to get a bit chunkier to connect to this river. And essentially we're separating this area from this area and this area. We're dividing my world, which is maybe not the nicest thing of me to do. But we're doing it regardless. Yeah, we're kind of making this area an island of sorts. But it'll make the moss plains a lot more interesting. I need to work on this area, especially that bulge. That's a bit weird. It's almost the size of fucking Carrington. Not really, but yeah. That'll be a big project to dig. And I enjoy that. Just a lot of random holes. We could technically make that a lake as well. But that is not the current plan. Right, let's go to Homeworld. And then we'll end the stream. As we've been going for 100 and... We've been going for 2 hours, chat. Very productive. Let's see what version of Homeworld this is. And I'll be respectful. Hello, dogs. Hello. I'm wearing my actual armor. That's fun. Secret signs. Actually, that might be a bit too revealing on stream. I won't look at that. Let's... Why do I have rotten flesh? My inventory is a mess. That, unfortunately, I cannot blame that on Dash. That is me. Pain. Okay. We're gonna figure out Dash's lore here. What is she saying with pain? She certainly likes her fish. No damage for me. Doesn't like being hurt. No B-dubs here yet. So this must be a bit of an older copy. Oh yeah, I've got the resource pack that makes the axolotl look different. Oh, look guys. Holy shit, that means these are 2 real ones. If you casually... Yeah, she does. What the fuck, Dasha? How do you have two blue axolotls? They're green just because of the resource pack. This woman loves to grind, my god. Okay. The royal boots. Chest monster, very good. Okay, she's clearly rich, isn't she, dogs? Alright. Let's leave the house. Hello, Niley and Sleepy Joe. Shrine to the torch flowers, I guess? Shrine to slimes? I think we should let these guys free. High level ace. Be free, my boys. Be free. I love my LAs, you know. What else can we release? I guess, yeah, that's all you need to do to have an armadillo farm. That's literally it. And I doubt Dash will ever use all those skirts. Hello, Blade. Um, don't worry, this is not an actual copy of Dash's world, obviously. The only damage I can do is emotional damage, which I will not be attempting to do because I'm not a complete cunt. Hello, dragon. Oh, not lava chicken. Oh well. Let's leave that there. I'm sure you did. But now you can spend so much time watching me get them out of the glass. Yeah. I don't want to ruin the copy of Dash's World I have. I actually do treasure seeing these things. These are cool armor stands. This bitch be rich. That's not a nice thing to say about your bestie, but like, she's so rich. Here's her Cloud District for reference. Of course, how could I forget? Deborah the Chainsmoker. Okay. This version has the mountains, right? I like looking at mountains. It does because the forest, I think. Wait, what the fuck is this? This is cool. I'm sure I've not seen everything in Dash's world. Like this. This is a cool little temple. I like it. What's this? Metro, of course. This is a recreation of when the Nixians. I was gonna make a mean joke there. When I was kicked out of the Nixians, uh, okay, why is there a fucking Logan sign here? I guess that's accurate to the world. Uh, maybe not the best world to have side to have in your world, considering what happened to poor fucking Logan. Jesus. Oh. Let's eat some raw chicken. Okay. Let's see how sick I can get, chat. This is painful. It's not very nice. This is totem. Right. There's a toy cat house. Of course there is. I like this biome. I think. I think. I'm sorry. I was about to say, like, it's one of the reasons I eventually did the co-op sense. The mountains are insane. My render distance is quite low, but look at this shit. My lake is nothing compared to doing something like this. My god. These look insane, actually. I'll try to turn up the render distance to, like, max that I have. It is one of the most beautiful things I've seen in this game before. Like, I mean that, like, very genuinely. Like, I love mountains, like, in real life. It's one of, like, the best views. And Dasha just captured it so well here. Yeah. Fucking nerd, am I right, chat? Am I right? I think she just casually showed up one afternoon and was like, I want mountains. And she just did it. That's just a casual Dasher activity there. Yeah. Just typical Dasher behavior. Mountains. Beautiful. Then these woods. Sorry, chat. I am very much losing my voice. We are well over the time I was gonna stream. There's insane shit in this world. Um, yeah. Sometimes I am too overwhelmed for words. Uh, the best thing about this world, a Jake Carroll sign, Jake Carroll presumably made, and it's spelt wrong. What? It's Jake Carroll instead of Jake Carroll. Jake Carroll. Uh, hello, Golem. That's a sad Golem. Live free. Oh, that's Jake's castle. Um, I love the contrast in some of the builds between this one of Dash's. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, this is beautiful. Lark's land. There is a lot of like very inspiring things here. There's a lot of big projects. Yeah. Welcome to Dash's world. I cannot do it justice, but yeah. How many signs did we leave on this goddamn flag? That shit is funny. I presume that was Xavier. And that was definitely me. And Dasha is flexing that her sniffers actually function, whereas on Bedrock they barely did for me. Yeah, pretty chill. The Chosen. The Blade. I must end the stream. Chosen. It is time for death. I have the Blade. I've been training for 6,000 years. And you must go. And you too. I love how he's attacking me, but he was not bothered when I attacked the Chosen. That just speaks volumes to how much of a nuisance the Chosen is. Okay. But yes, let's end stream. Ba 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 ba. Goodbye. See you in another life. Ba 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 ba.